Hi, my name is Jeannie. I wanted to take just a minute to share with you about my story and how I came to become an IFOC chaplain. Many years ago, I was in school to become a licensed professional counselor because I just really felt like that was what um, the kind of thing that fit my personality and fit the giftings that I felt like I had. And as I was in school, I was probably I was in my last semester of getting my bachelor's degree, and someone handed me a pamphlet to take about a training that was coming from IFOC that was coming to my area. And I just kind of set it aside. I wasn't quite sure what a chaplain was or what they did, but it intrigued me enough that I checked it out just a little bit, and I ended up going to, obviously, to an IFOC training. As I went into the training, it just seemed that the things that they were talking about and the things that they were sharing with really just seemed to fit my personality. I have a background in being a first responder, and so this is something that seemed to work for me. As I listened about the stories and how about crisis response and all the things that chaplains get to operate in, it really made sense to me how a chaplain operates. So as they talked about how a chaplain is the ministry of presence that is outside of the church, we are the hands and feet of Jesus outside of the church. It just began to make sense to me. For many years, I had been struggling with where I fit in the church. I had been struggling with what type of ministry do I fit with? What kind of ministry works best with my personality and my giftings? And when I went to the chaplain training, it just seemed to click. It seemed to be the thing that really stuck with me. And so as I went to the training, and about halfway through the training, I realized that there were some things in me that God still needed to work on that had to do with my first responder career. There was a lot of events and a lot of things that I didn't really know as a first responder how to process. And so as I went through the chaplain training, I began to get tools that showed me how I didn't have to hold on to the traumas and the things that I had seen and I had witnessed firsthand as working as a first responder. This really excited me because then my goal in chaplaincy really became about taking that message to other first responders, police, fire, EMS, and to be able to help them realize that the things that they saw and the things that they witnessed and that they had to be a part of, that it didn't have to become a part of them, that it was something that they could process out, that they could work through and be able and find freedom on the other side. So this became my passion for chaplaincy and the message that I really wanted to be able to share with my peers. As I began to do this, I ended up working with a lot of chaplains. As I became a chaplain, it seemed that I was more a chaplain to the chaplains, which was really exciting as well, because chaplains really are first responders. They are the first line of being there in the crisis response in a lot of situations, whether you're a hospital chaplain or whether you work with EMS or fire or police or even disaster response. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of come on and just give a little brief snippet of my story and how I started in chaplaincy. Needless to say, I never became a licensed professional counselor because I really found my calling and my purpose fit better as a chaplain. Thank you.